All right, I see the runway and we are clear for landing.
Lately, not only has it been really dry, it has been historically dry.
You're going to have to forgive me if I'm a little distracted. There is a lot going on around me. I like burgers and chili fries. Well, now you can catch some awesome views. It's the middle of your work day, you just got lunch, and you're gonna get some gas before heading back to the office, and then high-speed winds hit you out of nowhere. That's what one man said happened to him. In this case, the simulated emergency was a chemical spill, so Huntsville Fire and Rescue suited up. 4 statewide amendments appeared on Alabama voters' ballots yesterday, and depending on which county you lived in, some local amendments might have been on there as well. So if I wanted to join the Army Infantry right now, I'd have to be able to lift 160 pounds. Piece of cake. This giant inflatable colon. So let's go see what the colon's all about. So they've no kidding turned a big old bus into a classroom. After Monday night's storms here in Town Creek, few things remain standing, like these stairs leading up to a home that's no longer there. Soldiers use real Xbox controllers to manipulate the lasers, and when they hit their target, it can melt a hole right through steel. Something that almost always catches us off guard is how to treat our cars when it's cold. 6 million cubic yards of this Alabama red clay has been moved around. We are sharing that exclusive access with you. All of the classes come together and the caps get dumped. It's best to just trust what law enforcement has decided as far as traffic changes and road closures. Now bear with me, I'm gonna get behind my camera here to show you. These security camera systems are a way to help either deter or capture. Why do you recommend that people wear these lovely blue parkas that we are modeling?
Yeah, we do make these look good, don't we?
We do, we
so
really do.
It is 9 degrees inside ice.
Police have told us that they actually have identified a person of interest in this incident.
Where do I work?
You work for Channel 19.
You heard her. Also, Suzanne Bailey was tweeting at us from Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill. It'll be a one-stop shop for scientific information in our community. You can type in your zip code. This test stand consists of 7 million pounds of steel above ground, and that's holding a 104,000-pound liquid hydrogen test tank. I participated in a situation where a man was threatening to shoot himself after being fired. I need you to put the gun down! And I had to take action before he walked into a building. In Gunnersville, I'm Christine Mitchell, WHNT News 19. So it's Monday morning. Feels like a great day to get some important errands done, like maybe get your driver's license. Oh, except you can't. There's no line here because it's closed for a state holiday that apparently no one knows about. Car after car pulled into the driver's license office on Monday only to drive away again. That triumphant feeling of having the responsibility to show up early to get your driver's license, only to be squished by a sign that doesn't even specify which holiday the office is closed for. And for everyone we spoke to, it was a surprise. Confederate Memorial Day.
Yeah, it wasn't on the calendar.
I had no clue today was a holiday. I mean, there's, I'm a veteran, but still,
This is kind of a surprise to me that they're closed on a supposed holiday I've never heard of.
Throws off my whole style. I got to switch it up today, man.
Cramping some people's style.
Yeah, it's bad for me.
You don't usually put that like on a calendar or something?
I appreciate their sacrifice, but I'm living today, dealing with today's issues.
And the overall greatest frustration was certainly with how special arrangements had to be made to be here this morning, only for it to be closed.
A day's work and I gotta go probably do a second day now.
Today was a special day to take off work and, lose pay. And
that's why the city messed up now, for real, because of stuff like this.
The holiday affects offices on the state level, but banks, post offices, and even liquor stores are open. ABC stores will be open today, so you can buy alcohol sold by the state, but you can't get a license.
That's probably where everybody's going to end up when they find this out.
Don't forget to mark Confederate Memorial Day down in your calendar for next year. In Huntsville, I'm Christine Mitchell, WHNT News 19. Algorithms in Huntsville has developed a technology to address a problem that is hard to ignore. Too many people are dying in mass shootings.
and we wanted to create a capability to allow the schools to have a warning before somebody came in and started shooting the children.
We use toy guns to demonstrate. Artificial intelligence uses computer vision and existing cameras to track a gun and the person carrying it.
Using millions of images of weapons and non-weapons, the computer is trained to identify a gun from a common everyday object.
It can look at guns in a variety of different situations and still be able to identify, hey, that's a gun.
This capability is designed to work in areas like malls, arenas, churches, schools, and office buildings.
What we're trying to do is identify before a shot is ever fired.
The program has successfully detected and identified weapons as far away as 500 yards. Once the gun and armed person are identified, a notification is sent to perform a lockdown action and can send text alerts to security. Archirhythms believes technology like this can be a part of a solution to prevent tragedy.
If he's walking through the parking lot with the gun and we've got cameras on him, those text messages would have came out. It would show a picture of his face, a mugshot, and the type of gun he's at and what camera location he's at.
Detecting a gun as early as possible could save countless lives. In Huntsville, Christine Mitchell, WHNT News 19. These words, or you might just call them sounds, have sparked the latest and greatest internet debate because everyone seems to hear something different.
Laurel. Laurel.
It started on Reddit and went viral on Twitter, and from there the bizarre game of What Do You Hear had Team Laurel and Team Yanni cults taking over the web and the media, even worthy enough to mention in a White House press conference.
It is Laurel and not Yanni, all right?
Laurel.
Gary.
A local audiologist explains the true science behind this war of sounds and how really it's not a war at all.
People process some sounds differently than others. There are hearing aids that we manufacture in which the patient will actually listen to a series of words like that right there, and there's no wrong answer.
Now it's time to talk to the people. So we're gonna walk around downtown Huntsville and see what people here think they're hearing, Yanni or Laurel.
Team Yanni.
Laurel.
Team Yanni.
Yanni.
Oh, okay.
No, I hear Laurel.
We had a switch up there right in the middle.
Yanni.
You hear Yanni?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just hear Laurel. I don't understand it at all.
Yanni, all day. Yep.
What?
Yanni, all day, every time.
How is that Yanni? An impartial subject. So I'm gonna play a sound for you.
Yanni.
Oh my gosh. I hear Laurel.
Now I do, actually.
Yeah?
But I can hear both, yeah.
You can hear both? You heard Yanni first, though.
Yanni first, then after you pointed it out.
We got another switch up here. Okay, all right. A lot of Yannis, we had a couple of Laurels, and we even had some switch-ups who thought that they heard both right in the middle of everything. So just goes to show, it depends on the person. The loss of a home in Southwest Huntsville today, but thankfully not the loss of a life.
About 9:40, we received a call of a possible house fire.
It was a two-story house fire, and it was a big one.
Saw flames come licking up over the back of the house, and I see the roof and out the windows.
One man, about age 70, lived alone in the house.
Knocked the doors in, knocked the windows in, and I guess they tried to get in there and see if anybody was in there. Somebody was sleeping in there, they'd be in trouble.
Turns out the owner had been sleeping, just a mid-morning nap, and woke up to the smell of smoke.
Woke up, tried to exit the home originally. He said he couldn't get out. He looked for an exit. Eventually, he was able to find a way out.
As smoke continued to fill the sky, any hope of saving the home went with it.
There wasn't any stopping it at that point.
The fire could double in size every 30 seconds.
There was no stopping the fire, so officials sounded the signal to get out.
And they know once they hear that air horn that they're going to exit the building.
So officials turned all electrical power off to fight it safely from the outside.